Hi everybody and welcome to the nano course called Influence. So today we're going to be talking about building bridges and inspiring action. So in this nano course, you're going to learn about influence and what it is. We're going to talk a little bit about 4 capabilities of influence. Then we're going to talk about 5 levels of influence. Then we're going to get into 6 shortcuts of influence. And then we're going to take some action. So let's get into it. What is influence? Influence is the ability for you to be able to get somebody else or a group of people to get inspired and to take action. So, what are some capabilities of top influencers? This is from the work of Ron Carucci. He wrote a book called Rising to Power: The Journey of Exceptional Executives. In his research, he looked into many executives and many leaders and found that the ones who are able to inspire that action, who are able to get people to follow them, have these 4 capabilities. The first one is they understand the context really, really well. They know their audience, they know what ticks them, and they know their environment. So if you're thinking about it in the context of an organization, for example, at the moment in tech, there are layoffs, so people are feeling really nervous. So when I communicate with them a new initiative, first, I'm going to address that elephant in the room because I just know from the wider industry and from having my finger on the pulse, that's something that's a worry. It could also be a need. It could also be an aspiration. It could also be a dream that this person has. So then you go and talk to that dream, first of all, so that it's recognized, so that they understand that you understand them and you have actually invested time, energy, thought into getting to know them before you start pitching to them something or selling them something or asking them something. So the second thing Carucci found was breadth. It's basically relationships between people. So how does it all work, right? How does this team that I'm looking to influence fit into the wider picture, and how are they connected? Are they connected to other people? Are they connected to other causes? How does it all come together? So understand that the relationships between people, between organizations, between communities really well, and then they're able to have the big picture thinking and big picture understanding. The third thing is choice, knowing when and how to include people in their decision making. I know that if I add this person to my decision making, they will give me support. I know that if I add this person, they will give me air cover. I know that if I include this other person, they're able to give me the analysis behind it so that when I make a choice, it's an informed choice. And then fourthly, connection is important. They focus on deepening relationships with people. I know this from experience. The most influential leaders, the leaders who were able to bring their teams along and bring wider teams along in organizations, they didn't really talk business. They actually genuinely cared about the relationship. They asked, so what's your name? Where are you from? What are you doing? What are your concerns? What are your worries? It also helps with the context when it comes to being able to understand the audience and understand their environment. If we think about influence, we talk about 5 levels of influence. The first level is your position. It could be that I'm a salesperson, you're a client, and I'm going to sell you this thing and you're going to buy it. So you're going to follow me because of my position. I'm the seller. You need me to sell to you in order to be able to buy that and then to use that. Okay. Could be, of course, a manager report relationship, et cetera, et cetera. People follow you because they just have to. That's the setup. The second level is what we call permission. People follow you because they just want to. And I don't know why that is. It could be that you are the popular kid, or because you are going to the pub and they'd like to go to the pub, so they're going to follow you. Third is results. People follow you because of what you have done for the organization, or in the context of a community, what you have done for the community. You've gotten them really good results, and so they don't really maybe care for you, but they do look at the results. Results are good. You are keeping the parks clean, and therefore, sure, I'll vote for you because I really care about that result. Fourth is production. They follow you because of what you have done for them. And it's not so much that you've done that for the community. I care that the parks are clean. Sure, you've done that for me too, but you didn't really have me in mind, right? You didn't even know me. Whereas at this level, you actually do know me and you have done something for me. So the very top of the staircase, and of course this is where we want to be, this is the ultimate level of influence, is called pinnacle. It stands for people follow you because of who you are and what you represent. Okay, so it's all of these things. You've gotten the results, you're popular, you have the status, you have the authority, you've done stuff for them, you've done stuff for the organization or the community or the wider circle. And then also, I'm just going to follow you because you're you. So it is that very deeply authentic, wholesome leader who can influence people by just being them and whatever that entails. And that's what we are aspiring towards. So let's talk about some shortcuts. This is from the work of Robert Cialdini, who has written the book Influence, okay? So first he talks about reciprocity, right? If you actually go into a situation offering something, as opposed to thinking, I'm going to sell something to this person, I'm going to ask them to follow me, I'm the leader, I'm going to try to influence them because I want something and I want them to contribute to me getting that thing that I want. Take a step back and understand them and offer something to them. Then they feel like they want to reciprocate. It is a human thing. And so the best way to influence somebody is to have them owe you a favor, okay? So the second thing is scarcity. And of course, brands use this all the time, right? Don't you get emails in your inbox of only 2 days to go, this is a limited time deal, or only 2 spots left, right? So that level of scarcity influences people to buy or to oblige or to follow. The third one is authority. So if you have authority on a subject, and there are many levels of this, one, you could actually literally be an authority, right? Robert Cialdini is an authority on influence because he wrote the book of Influence, right? So then we trust him. If you think about it in a job situation, for instance, you're looking for a role, your CV and what you have done in the past, that should convey authority. All right, you've done it, you're an expert in it, so we'll believe you and we will then be influenced to hire you. Fourthly, consistency is really important. So people have a bias for things that they already have done that seem to have worked. So if you actually tell people the reason why you should let me lead that project is because I have led all of these other projects and they've turned out great. Or you should decide to buy this product from me because you have done all of these things in the past and this would be very fitting with what you have done in the past. So that is number 4. Number 5 is liking. So if people like you, then they're more inclined to work with you. And it's like that at every level of every organization with every single person. If you have chemistry, if they like you, if they empathize with you, if they find you funny, then you have more power to influence. And then 6th is consensus. So you should buy this thing because all of your best friends are buying this thing. You should hire me because I have 5 other offers from your competitors. So if people think that other people are doing it, then they have a tendency to follow the crowd. All right, now it's your turn. Without further ado, take action now. Here's what you're going to do. So first, you're going to identify your influence target. So think of a specific person or a group. This could be your manager, it could be your team, it could be a client. You've been wanting to influence them on a certain thing. Then define the goal. What's the actual influence goal? Is it improving team dynamics? Is it gaining support on the project? Is it asking them to hire you? So think about what the actual goal is. Then list key insights. So what are 2 or 3 insights about this target that is relevant to you that can help with this process? Okay, so what are their goals, their values, their challenges, their preferences, etc., etc. Then choose your influence strategies. So based on the principles of influence that we have discussed, select a couple of strategies that you can use and then commit. So what is the actionable step? Are you saying, I'm going to meet my manager on Tuesday, March the 19th, and sit down with them, and this is what I'm going to go through with them, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to leave that meeting with these 3 actions agreed. And then share with your accountability group so that they can keep you honest. Thank you for listening, and I can't wait to hear all about how this influencing journey has gone for you.